This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Tuesday, May 7th, 2024. I'm Kate Sharon. After an influx of new apartment builds, New Albany is pausing the construction of new rental housing while the city creates a comprehensive plan to guide its housing development future. The City Council unanimously approved Mayor Jeff Gahan's multifamily non-owner-occupied housing construction moratorium. The decision is based on a University of Louisville study showing a slowly shrinking home ownership rate and predicted growth of residents desiring those opportunities.
I think we're on the right track. We're pumping the brakes. Put a moratorium in place for a year so we can do a comprehensive plan and, plan a future that we can all be, we can all make sure that we're not getting overloaded in one area or one product versus another.
The study found the home ownership rate of 54.5% is low compared to similar cities, and a significant number of single-family homes are rented rather than owner-occupied. By 2050, the study predicts the number of households will increase by 6.8%, and residents looking for ownership opportunities will grow at a pace twice that of renters. Ultrahuman, a maker of so-called smart rings headquartered in Indiana, has announced plans for a manufacturing facility in the state that could create up to 150 jobs. The company says it plans to invest about $5 million in the plant, known as the Ultra Factory, though a specific location has not yet been identified. The 20,000 square foot facility will be modeled on a similar plant in India and will serve as the, quote, launch pad for Ultrahuman's next phase of growth, the company said in a news release. Indianapolis-based PaxAF Incorporated, which helps customers identify and avoid potential supply chain disruptions, has secured $9 million in Series A funding to fuel the company's growth. The investment brings PaxAF's total raised to date to $14 million since its founding in 2018. The company began operations in Milwaukee, then moved its headquarters to Indianapolis in 2021. It has 33 employees, with about half based in the U.S. and half based in India. Among the company's U.S.-based employees, 2 are based in Indiana and the others work remotely. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Indiana, your bold future starts here. IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation invite you to the Engage Indiana series, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. With an unrelenting focus on growing Indiana's economy, our Engage Indiana events take place in every region of the state. Discover when we'll be in your area at ibj.com/engage.
4 Evansville-based companies are among nearly 200 businesses on the 2024 Best Places to Work in Indiana list. The Indiana Chamber of Commerce will announce the rankings across the state at an awards dinner on Wednesday at the Indiana Convention Center. Bracket Heating, Air and Plumbing and ESC Solutions made the list for small companies with 15 to 74 U.S. employees. Lockmuller Group Incorporated was among large companies with 250 to 999 U.S. employees. Warehouse Services Incorporated is listed under major companies with over 1,000 U.S. employees. A University of Michigan leader and expert in Chinese domestic politics has been named the new dean of the Keough School of Global Affairs at the University of Notre Dame. Mary Gallagher will also hold a tenured faculty position when she begins her 5-year term on July 1st. She will succeed Scott Appleby, who is stepping down June 30th after serving as the founding dean of the school over the past decade. At the University of Michigan, Gallagher serves as the Amy and Alan Lowenstein Chair in Democracy, Democratization, and Human Rights and the director of the International Institute, where she manages 17 centers and programs focused on global regions and themes, as well as academic degree programs and international studies. The University of Evansville has received a $1 million gift to establish the Collier Family Endowed Scholarship Fund. The fund is designed to provide a 4-year, $10,000 annual scholarship to undergraduate students at UE. The gift comes from the family of the late Reginald and Lois Collier, founders of Research Systems Corporation, a television advertising research company in Evansville. Families of medically complex children cheered a move last week from the Family and Social Services Administration to address 2 concerns about the transition from attendant care services to structured family caregiving. The alterations came after 6 mothers met with Governor Eric Holcomb and the FSSA Secretary on April 29th and presented their concerns along with 9 requests to ease the transition. Later that week, during a scheduled update for families, FSSA announced that respite nursing services would be an allowable waiver service pending federal approval. The other request granted last week automatically places any Medicaid waiver recipient receiving at least 41 hours of authorized attendant care a week in the Tier 3 of the Structured Family Caregiving Program, in contrast to attendant care, in which families receive hourly wages for the care they provide. Structured Family Caregiving is a per diem payment. Commissioner of the Horizon League Julie Rowe Lotch is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, entertainment, and beyond, available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Kate Sharon for Inside Indiana Business, Radio on Demand.